Hello there, it's nice to virtually meet you and welcome to this page. My name is Angie Doy and I live in Norfolk in the United Kingdom, and I am the creator and author of a method for understanding and mastering the law of attraction. I describe this as understanding and mastering the 8 layers of the law of attraction, and this is my unique way of teaching it. The reason for doing so is I was raised knowing all about the law of attraction my whole life. My father taught me at his knee that we could be, do, and have anything we wanted in our lives, and we just needed to decide what we wanted to do, and how this would happen would just show up. The most important thing was to know and understand exactly what it is that you wanted to do. In my recent years, of course, there have been so many books and films about the law of attraction, and many really excellent programs, some fantastic ones, all teaching people and all with the same aim of trying to get people to understand the missing nugget that people who were not able to get the law of attraction going in their lives had somehow missed along the way. I'd been teaching people for many years, coaching friends and family about the law of attraction, and I was quite staggered at just how difficult people found it. They really found it very difficult to do. And what they would do is perhaps to latch on to one aspect that I was teaching about and move on to that, actually forgetting all about the previous lessons I taught them, as if this new thing was a separate standalone practice when it was just another piece of a three-dimensional jigsaw. So I wanted people to understand that. So I thought that it was time for me to write my own step-by-step approach. That's what I set out to do. And I can clearly remember the night I sat down to do it. I sat down at my computer ready to write, which is what I always do when I want to write. But on this occasion, the ideas were coming so thick and fast that I couldn't type fast enough. So I started to write them down on coloured post-it notes and just to stick them to the wall above my computer. Very soon the whole wall was covered, and I had to start on the next blank wall, and I also filled that with so many ideas that had to be captured to explain the law of attraction to somebody. It was finally 1 o'clock in the morning when the ideas slowed down and I was able to stop and just go to bed for the night. When I came down in the morning, I looked at my post-it notes and I grouped them and I regrouped them. And actually, this didn't take one, it took several days. And as I was looking at the post-it notes, I learned something very profound. And what I had thought of doing was creating a step-by-step approach I quickly realised wouldn't work. And my light bulb moment was in recognising that this needed to be taught in layers. Now, the idea came to me in the way that if you had a paper handkerchief, a tissue, and you separated out the layers, if you'd ever wanted to do that, if you had a single layer, you could blot lipstick or perhaps get something out of the corner of your eye. If you had 2 layers of tissue, you had something that was slightly more resilient and more useful to you. If you had 3 layers, even more uses. And if you had 4 layers, it could even cope with man flu. So that's what I realised. I could imagine between every post-it note on my wall and its neighbour, I could imagine a big plus sign. It was not that people needed to know one idea and then move to the next. They needed this and this and this and this. And I also thought it was like putting layers of varnish onto bare wood. If you put one layer on, you build up a layer of protection. If you add another layer of varnish, you really start to bring out the beauty in the wood. If you add a third layer, you're really building up more resilience, and a fourth layer, and you can even begin to get something that's waterproof. So this approach to layers I'd really identified as a significant moment in learning how I should teach the law of attraction. And the other thing that I realised, which really surprised me, is the order in which the layers needed to be taught, which was the base layer. Because what I was trying to create is something that would give very early success. So people who learnt the first layer, like the single layer of tissue, could actually have something that they could immediately begin working with that would begin to make the critical difference in their lives. Now, the reason for wanting to make a difference with the law of attraction, it's not about everybody driving a Ferrari. We don't all want to do that. But the law of attraction is about leading the life you want to live, the one that you were born to live, the thing you came here to live your life on purpose, with passion, and to create the lifestyle that you want. For it to be a balanced life. It's so often, especially in today's world, people confuse making a living with creating a life, and the two are very, very different. Whilst it's great to have a job and a career and a profession and a craft, something you can be proud of, it's very important for that to be part of your life and not to dominate your life, because you also need time for quiet reflection, developing your spiritual side, caring for your body and your health needs, being present in the world, enjoying all the world's got to offer, and also relationships with loved ones and your family. They're all equally important, and it's very important to have a balanced life, and the law of attraction is a fantastic tool for developing that. So I'm very passionate about teaching the law of attraction, and I have written my book and it's available on Kindle. But what I now feel really drawn to do is to create an academy, a law of attraction academy, or if you like, my Layer 8 Academy, where I can actually teach people how to get the law of attraction going in their lives, and to perhaps give them more coaching than obviously a book alone. Some people can learn from books, they're very good, you just tell them what they need to know and off they go. But other people need more explanation and more coaching, and I want to be able to provide that. So that is why I set up this page. I want to develop the materials for the academy, some coaching materials, some videos, some workbooks, and that's going to take time and need funding. Now, all the people who contribute to this project, I really want you to have something of value back. So I have put some rewards on the page. I have created a recording MP3 of me reading the whole of my book, Understanding and Mastering the Law of Attraction. That's one of the rewards. I'm also making available an hour's coaching one-to-one with me, so people can talk about where they are in their life, where they want to be, if they're already using the law of attraction deliberately, what results they're getting, that kind of thing. And also I'm making the ebook available, so if somebody wants to be able to print out on paper the whole of the book, they can actually do that too, and that's another one of the rewards. I'd like to thank anybody just for listening, whether you decide to be a contributor to this fund or not. And thank you very much indeed for your attention. And I wish you every success with your own efforts to create the life of your dreams using the law of attraction. Thank you so much for your attention. I really do appreciate it. And to all the contributors, thank you very much indeed. I'm most grateful to you for your support.